Good afternoon, you guys. It is August 26th. God calling it accept trials. God even said, I die daily. What the heck? God calling it accept trials. Trials and troubles may seem to overwhelm you. They cannot do more than work my will. And that will you have said is your will. Do you not see that you cannot be destroyed? Guys, if you really devote your life to the Lord, if you really give over your will, your selfishness, all these things to the Lord and say, God, I only want to do what you need of me, then there's literally nothing that can stop you. If you're going against the Lord and you're pursuing a path that is not meant for you, that God has not designed for you, that you want out of your own selfish desires, then there are going to be troubles, there are going to be things along that path. But God's saying right here that trials and troubles may seem to overwhelm you, right? They cannot do more than work my will, and that will you have said is your will. So they might be troubling, but you will get them done. There's no way that you cannot, right? There's no way you cannot be successful. There's no way that you cannot be victorious. Do you not see that you cannot be destroyed? You cannot. From now, a new life is opening out before you. Yours to enter into the kingdom I have prepared for you. The sunlight of my presence is on your path. Trust and go forward unafraid. My grace is sufficient for all your needs. So guys, God is literally illuminating our path for us. He's illuminating that road, and one of the hardest things is figuring out what that road is, what's that path. But the only way you can get that is through prayer, is through really building our relationship with the Lord. So if you guys are still lost in your life, then build that relationship with God, and then you will be able to easier and better see that light illuminating on our path. You're going to see which direction to go down, and you're going to see what God really needs of you. You cannot be destroyed, you cannot be conquered, right? As long as you just have that intent to do God's will for your life, because God's will is the world's will. God's will is it. That's all that there is. So we got this next one. God even said, I die daily. I enjoyed that if any man would follow me, he should deny himself and take up his cross. The denial thus impressed upon my disciples as necessary was not a mere matter of discipline, of giving up, of going without. Let's read that one more time. I enjoyed that if any man would follow me, he should deny himself and take up his cross. If any man would follow God, what God is saying right here is you have to kill your selfishness, the death of the ego. That is something that is so hard to do. How are we, right? We're like our own consciousness. We have our own body, right? We're always thinking about ourselves. How do I feel about this, right? We're always in our own head. How are we supposed to get out of our own head? How are we supposed to have faith in someone else so much more than we have faith in ourselves, right? The people we can't control. We can't control ourselves. We can't control God. So that's one of the most difficult things to ever do on this planet, is to really just kill your selfishness, kill your ego, kill that desire that you have for yourself, right? Things that aren't of God. And he's saying right here that if he'd follow you, you have to deny yourself and take up his cross. You have to take up his cross. That is literally that's literal and metaphorical. By take up his cross, God means you have to take over what he needs for you to do, right? His duties for your life, those paths that he talked about that he eliminates, right? Picking up the cross is like picking up the sword, right? And going into battle, right? You have to be able to kill yourself, kill that selfish part of you, kill that human part of you, that manly part of you, right? That world's man part of you. I'm just rambling right now, but because it's so passionate like that, like it's just so obvious, but it's just such an amazing point that I feel like everyone needs to hear and you truly need to understand, right? The denial thus impressed upon my disciples as necessary was not a mere matter of discipline, of giving up, of going without. It was a total repudiation of my claim the self might make, ignoring it, refusing to acknowledge it. Not once was this to be done, but daily. There was to be a daily refutation of any part of self-life not already completely dead. So guys, God's saying that it's not going to be like a one and done thing. You're not just going to sever that human part of yourself from your spiritual side, right? Sever that selfishness, sever that inherent evil that we have, right? It's not just going to be a one and done thing, right? God's saying that it has to be something daily. Every single day you have to wake up. You have to make the decision to follow the Lord, to go away from your own desires, your own wants, right? Go away from the flesh, go towards the spirit. Not only that, but take up the cross on the way there. Pick that up and carry God's will with you throughout the day. Carry God's will with you throughout your entire life. You have to make that decision every single day. He knows it's not going to be easy, but it's doable, right? And then once you pick up that cross, you're going to see those paths illuminate in front of you. You're going to see God's light coming down from heaven, and everything will be clear. I love you guys so much. That is August 26th. And with that, I will say amen.